Today we are going to do another episode of Cosplay Story Time with a Twist. Today I am Disney bounding, cosplaying as my favorite Disney character. I'm not going to say his name just yet because I'm not ready to drink. We need to mix up our drink right now. So right in front of me I have a bottle of tequila, I have some triple sec, I have some grenadine, and I have my favorite Island Blend pineapple orange coconut juice cocktail. So I'm going to start off first with a shot of tequila. So every time I say the character's name when I'm reading the story, I will take a sip. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be really interesting to see how the story ends up at the end after drinking who knows how many sips. Okay, I can't get this open. Oh my goodness. Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna have to pause.
A few moments later.
And we're back. Man, that was on there. All right, do I want to do a shot of this? Sure, let's just go all out. Not quite a full shot, but we're almost there. All right. I'm not sponsored by any of these brands, but I am always open to it, so hey. Anybody out there? I'm just kidding. I'm going to add a packet of Emergency because I could always use more vitamin C. So this is the super orange. And this kind of gives it that fizzy lifting drink kind of feel to it. And now time for my pineapple orange coconut juice. And put these down on the floor out of my way. Okay, the last thing I need is a splash of grenadine. So it's kind of like a tequila sunrise. That's good enough. A little bit goes a long ways. This stuff is really sweet. I'm going to take my straw, give it a nice little swirl around. It almost matches my shirt. Look at that. This be a good screenshot. Alright, today's cosplay story time is going to be Goof Troop Great Expectations. Whew. Man, okay. Here we go. It's not fair, Max grumbled. He was standing on the shore of Fossil Lake, where he had just freed the wild duck that had been his pet. His father said he had to let the duck go. Poor Max. His father never liked the pets he brought home. Just then, Max noticed something large and pink and purple. It's a giant egg. But where's the mama? He said to himself. Max looked around for a large bird, one that could be the egg's mother. There wasn't a bird in sight, so he decided to take the egg home. It needs me, Max declared happily, lifting the big egg. When Max got home, his dad was busy cooking supper. That you, son? Goofy called. Hi, Dad, Max said quickly. As he hurried through the kitchen, he struggled up to his room with the egg. I won't tell Dad about the egg yet, thought Max, but wait until I show PJ. Max called his best friend and told him to come over right away. PJ lived next door. PJ was, pardon me, PJ was shocked when he saw the egg. If that thing hatches, the bird is going to be huge, he explained. Will your dad let you keep it? I hope so, Max replied with a sigh. To keep the egg warm, Max covered it with a blanket and earmuffs. Then he and PJ went downstairs to eat. PJ was staying for supper. While Max and PJ were eating, strange things started to happen to the egg. First it began to shake. Then it began to crack. Finally, a scaly green head poked out. Gronk! The creature cried. Bit by bit, it began to break out of the shell. It kind of looks like, what's that dragon from Pete's Dragon? Elliot. It looks like him a little bit. When Max and PJ went back upstairs, they couldn't believe their eyes. It looks like a baby dinosaur, PJ sputtered. Max was so happy he had a new pet. Gronk, the dinosaur gurgled. PJ gulped. I'm out of here, he said, dashing for the door. Good luck, Maxie. Max pattered the baby dinosaur. Pattered? Nope, that's not what it says. Max patted the baby dinosaur. I bet you like a bath. I bet you would like a bath. Holy smokes! I can't read. He said gently, let's sneak into the bathroom before Dad comes up. Gee, I wonder what I should name you, said Max as his new pet splashed in the tub. I bet you're a boy dinosaur. Just then the baby dinosaur dunked his head in the water and started blowing bubbles. I've got it. I'll call you Bubbles, said Max. Now if only I could figure out a way to tell Dad about you. Late that night, Bubbles left Max sleeping in his room to go exploring. Soon he poked his green head into Goofy's room. Goofy was snoring so loudly that the windows were rattling. Bubbles crept closer to the bed to see what was making all the noise. To Bubbles, Goofy looked just like Max. When he saw Goofy, he gave him a big friendly lick. Goofy slowly opened his sleepy eyes. Oh, a monster! Goofy screamed. Seeing Bubbles, he leapt out of his bed in terror. As he jumped, a lamp fell to the floor with a crash. Arp, arp, Bubbles whimpered, scared by the noise commotion. That got my dog's attention. The noise woke up Max. He rushed to Goofy's room to see what was going on. Stay back, son, Goofy warned. Don't hurt him, Dad, Max cried. He's my pet. Your what? Yelled Goofy. Max quickly told his father the whole story about Bubbles. Then he begged to keep him. But he's some kind of dinosaur, son, said Goofy. He belongs in a museum or in a zoo. I'll take good care of him, Max pleaded. I promise. Finally, Goofy gave in. Aw, shucks. You can't keep him as long as he stays... Wait. Aw, shucks. You can keep him as long as he stays out of trouble, he said, and doesn't get too big. Max beamed. No problem, he said happily. I mean, how big can he get? In no time at all, Bubbles grew very big. He loved food, especially marshmallows. Finally, Goofy had enough. He's eaten 1,000 bags of marshmallows, 400 cabbages, 10 houseplants, And the remote control, Goofy said with a groan. Sorry, son, but we just can't keep him anymore. And it's not fair to keep Bubbles cooped up in the house like this anyway. Max knew his dad was right. Okay, he said sadly. I'll take him back to Fossil Lake tomorrow. Late that night, while Max and Goofy were sleeping, Bubbles woke up and wandered outside. He was hungry. He found a tasty shrub in PJ's front yard. Munch, 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 Bubbles chewed so loudly that Pete woke up. Pete was PJ's dad. Who's out there? Pete shouted from the bedroom window. Max and Goofy heard the noise too. They ran outside. Oh gosh. Sorry. They ran outside and saw Pete chasing Bubbles with a broom. PJ was up and chasing his father. Max was scared. Dad, we gotta save Bubbles, he cried. Goofy had an idea. Oh, that's really strong. He and Max jumped into their old jalopy and took off. Goofy headed straight for what? Goofy? Oh, crap. Headed straight for Fossil Lake. But, Dad, Max shouted, they went the other way. Don't worry, said Goofy. And he zoomed on down the road. Meanwhile, Bubbles ran until he was trapped in a dead-end alley. Gotcha, Pete growled. You miserable monster. Don't hurt him, PJ begged. He's just a baby. Suddenly, they heard a terrifying roar behind them. It was a dinosaur as big as a house, with Goofy and Max on top. Did you see that? I just, spit juice everywhere. Bubbles, meet your mama, said Max with a grin. The giant dinosaur lowered her head and nuzzled Bubbles on the cheek. Where did you find her? Asked PJ. I figured if there was an egg at the lake, there had to be a mama somewhere, Goofy said proudly. Pete looked dazed. 2 dinosaurs in one night were too much for him. I'd better get Dad home, said PJ, and he led Pete away. Later, Max and Goofy watched as the 2 dinosaurs swam off into the lake together. Max, you took good care of Bubbles, said Goofy. I'm proud of you. It's time we got you a real pet. Great, said Max. How about a boa constrictor? Maybe a tarantula? A tarantula? Goofy choked. Now just a gosh darn minute, son. The end. How cute. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. I love Goofy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a great time. I'm warm. I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Check out some of my other cosplay story time videos. And I will see you in my next one. Bye for now. Look. Gosh. Da-dum-dum-dum.